Yeah, can someone confirm if the screen is visible?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so hi everybody. I am Shubham Sharma, a third year student from the Aerospace Department and a senior member of the Unmesh Mashruwala Innovation Cell. So, you guys must be tired of all the orientations as of now. Like you must have attended a lot of them. So bear with me. I'm going to introduce you to the Unmesh Mashruwala Innovation Cell, the oldest and the biggest tech team in IIT Bombay. So let's get into it. I would want this to be an interactive session. So if you guys have any doubts or anything regarding the slides or like any doubt at all, just raise your hand or type it in the chat box. Our team members will address those doubts. So let's get into it. Yeah, so as I said, UMIC is the oldest tech team in IIT Bombay. And to go into the history, like it was started in the late 90s by a professor named Amarnath Chatterjee, and he was in the mechanical engineering department. And he wanted to involve students into robotics projects outside of their coursework. So he built a group of students who were interested in building robots and learning about autonomy and stuff. So this was the birth of UMIC. And as the years progressed and technology advanced, like we guys got into autonomous mobility, and hence our project Cedrica was born in 2011, the self-driving car project. And after that, UMIC participated in a lot of international competitions. We represented IIT Bombay at the biggest stages quite a lot of times, won various national and international awards. And then a natural and more challenging extension to our long-term goal of autonomy and robotics was to convert this ground autonomy into aerial autonomy. So hence Team Aero was created in 2017 to develop autonomous aerial vehicles. And this is like a brief history of the team. So you guys know you are dealing with a lot of legacy right there. Yeah, so as I said, competitions are a big part of the team. And to mention a few of the recent achievements that the team has accomplished in the past few years, I would like to mention that in 2021, last year, we secured the global rank of 4 in the ASME Student Design Challenge. I don't think most of you would be familiar with the ASME Student Design Challenge. It is one of the world's largest mechatronics competition in which UMIC has been representing IIT Bombay for a lot of years now. And our performance has been quite exceptional. We have been awarded the world champions quite a lot of times. We've been the Asia Pacific champions quite a lot of times. So this year also, we secured a global rank of 4. And yes, it was quite an amazing experience. So also we participated in the Barcelona Smart Drone Challenge in 2019, in which we did something which the team had not previously done. We developed a fixed wing system capable of autonomous navigation. So the plane that you see right here is not something controlled by a radio controller. It is a plane that is that takes off on its own, follows the set points on its own. Like it is capable of autonomous navigation, carrying the payloads without user interference. So yeah, this was pretty cool. uh, as you all know, like the pandemic struck and we all were home, so we couldn't work on these hardware projects. But in UMIC, we like participated in some of the biggest simulation challenge that were there in the robotics field in the world. So we participated in the Flipkart Grid 2 challenge, in which we were one of the top 3 national finalists. And we also won the BRICS Future Skills Challenge, in which we won the best of nations prize. So both of these competitions were done amidst the pandemic, and the hard work and dedication of the team led us to accomplish these things amidst the pandemic. Uh, Other major achievements of the team have been in the recent years winning the IGBC Auto Navigation Challenge in 2017. So IGBC is one of the biggest autonomous robots challenge that we guys participated in, and we were declared the world champions of the Mahindra driverless car challenge, that is Team Cedrica. So we were given electric mobile by Mahindra as a token of appreciation for our efforts in the challenge, and we have been building on that electric car, make it fully autonomous since then. Yeah, so these were like our very recent achievements. We've been involved in a lot of other competitions as well. We have been awarded a lot of other prizes as well, but these were some of the competitions that we have achieved in like the past 3 4 years. So yeah. So as I said, competitions are a big part of our team, but mainly two projects that the team has undertaken are Aerov and Cedrica. So we these are the main projects that the team has undertaken and is working on in the field of autonomy. Aerov, as the name suggests, it works on autonomous aerial vehicles like drones, fixed wing crafts, and all. Cedrica is the self-driving project of the car that the team has been working on since 10 years, since the past 10 years. Uh, so now what I'll do is I'll introduce one member from each of the projects, Aero and Cedrica, to you guys, one of the seniors, and they'll tell you more about what goes into these two projects and what all work do we do and what all work can you be involved in. So let's start with Aerov. So I would like to call like Bala Subramaniam, a second year undergraduate or senior, who works in the machine learning subsystem of Aerov, to like tell more about the Aerov project that is going on in UMIC. So
So,
Bala,
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
over to you.
Thank you, Shubham. So, hey guys, I'm Bala, as I introduced. So, we move on to Aero, which stands for Aerial Robotic Vehicles. So, you heard about the history of UMIC and how the Team Aero came to be created. So, it is we wanted to do further research into aerial robotic vehicles, especially autonomous drones and aircraft, which is why Team Aero was formed at IIT Bombay. We are a group of about 20 people, and the team is rapidly growing, who are hell bent on performing aerial wizardry with the drones, equipping them to do all sorts of crazy things all by themselves. Next. Yep. So I mean 2 years back, we were involved, or our seniors were involved in the IARC Mission 9 Simulation Challenge. So the IARC stands for the International Aerial Robotic Competition. It is a competition on a world, I mean, it's one of the largest aerial robotics vehicle competition in the world, where teams from various universities such as the NTNU, MIT, and all participate. Our We were to do simulations along with wind, sea, and waves kind of simulation, where our robot had to perform certain tasks in that. And we, Team Aero, from representing IIT Bombay and India, won the won the first prize and were crowned world champions then. So, af So after we won the simulation challenge, right now our aim is to do and apply the same magic and work hard towards the hardware version of that challenge. So the IASC Mission 9 hardware challenge, the works for it are at full throttle and the work is going on. You can see some of the designs and the working, of the drone over here. A lot of work is to be done, and you guys, if you join Team Aero, you will be work straight on working on with us in the IRC Mission 9 hardware challenge. So it is one of the biggest stages, and it is really interesting because IARC's problem statements are at the cutting edge of the almost on the line borders, the lines of impossible in aerial robotic technology. So yeah, what trying to say is we are working in fields where no people haven't, even companies have tried before, and that makes it really exciting to work on. So these are some examples, or instances of hardware testing which is rapidly going on. Testing in our algorithms on our autonomous drones and vehicles is a big part of our work here at Aero. So the late night setups, the crashes, the successful testings are really awesome, and especially when when the drone does what it's actually supposed to do. It's a feeling just can't express in words after a long night, after long time of hard work. The instances shown over here, the first one on the top is our ML model which is running to do object detection of the mast which is present over here. You can see that almost everything is done in our Gymkhana ground, and the last one is inside the indoor basketball stadium. But yeah, the second one you can see the mother drone where a drop test being done, where the daughter drone drops off from the mother drone and tries to do autonomous autonomous flying all by itself. The third one of our team member is trying out an autonomous lap testing. So we try to move our drones around at high velocities and see how well the controls and other systems are working. The last one is an autonomous obstacle avoidance test where the person or the teammate standing with the blue shirt, the drone tries to autonomously avoid him and create a path around him so that it avoids, yeah, it shouldn't go and crash it. So yeah, that is about the hardware testing which is going on over here. So, in regular normal aerial robotics or building drones, which are controlled manually, you just have two parts to it. First is the hardware part, where you actually create the chassis, the electric components, etc. But and then you come to the manual part, where you actually control the drone manually with with a remote and stuff. But when it comes to autonomous systems, there are various systems which work in tandem with each other in order to make the drone work. We at Aerov as well as in Cedrica have subsystems. So each subsystem works on a particular part of or process of the aerial robot in our case, or drone in our case, and the self-driving car. So and takes care of that, and these all come together and we integrate them in order to do the final product, which is our autonomous drone. So there are five subsystems in Aero. First is the MLCV subsystem, where we do various tasks such as object detection, object tracking, and we're using the latest MLCV techniques, including CNNs, RNNs, neural networks. You must have at least heard about these words. So you can see an instance of object detection and alphabet recognition, which is there in the photograph right over here. Then we come to localization. Localization is where the um, 3D map of the surroundings of the robot is of the drone is being mapped and gotten, so that we know exactly where in space the drone is. Path planning. You saw the avoidance thing in the previous slide, right? So path needs to be planned for that with the 3D maps which are being generated, and path planning takes care of that using the cutting edge algorithms and other cutting edge algorithms and hardware necessary to do it. Controls take care as the subsystem which is in charge of the dynamics and control systems of the robot. So the path is set, but you need to actually track the path, right? So controls take care of all the systems, whether the systems are working correctly, controlling the motors and etc. The mechatronic subsystem is takes care of all the 3D modeling, CADing, the all the electronic components which should be there so that you get the best thrust, the kind of control which is needed, the velocities to be achieved, etc. And it's a very interesting work which goes on. Yep. So that's about it for Team Hero. We'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Uh,
Yeah, thank you, Bala, for that wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Shiv.
So this is the team structure for our project Aero. You can contact any of these respective people if you want to know more about the subsystem that they're involved in. I'll now invite Adya to brief you guys about our next project, that is Cedrica, the self-driving car. Adya,
Yeah,
are you there? Yeah,
yeah,
take over.
thank you. Uh, Slide. Yeah. Hello, everyone. We now move to Project Cedrica, which stands for Self-Driving Car. You must have heard of Tesla Autopilot, right? We at Cedrica are developing our own driverless car, which will be fit for Indian roads, so you're safe even if you go off to sleep while driving. We are a group of around 20 undergrads working tirelessly towards this goal. Pretty cool, right? Next slide. Yeah. So now let me walk you through our current goals. The previous slide. Yeah. Yeah. So we have been working on a Cedrica research project for the last couple of years in which we are trying to achieve level 5 autonomy. Presently, our car is able to run autonomously in controlled environments like our Insti. And another upcoming goal is that we are going to participate in IGBC Self Driving Challenge 2023, which is an annual intelligent ground vehicle challenge conducted in Michigan, US, which is one of the most prestigious competition in the self-driving domain. The objective of this competition is to make a fully autonomous unmanned vehicle which aligns with the research goals of Cedrica. We aim to compete in IGVC in the June of 2023. Next slide. Yeah, so here's a glimpse of what we have achieved. These are some of the testing videos which you can see on the screen. The first video in the left is for the road segmentation model, which is being tested on the Indian roads. And in the second video, our car Cedrica is roaming autonomously in the Insti while we were testing some of our algorithms of the pipeline. Yeah, next slide. So now that you have a decent idea of what Cedrica is about, let's discuss about the various subsystems involved in this effort. First, we have localization. It's about how a car figures out where it is in the world. It uses sensor data from GPS, IMU, LiDAR, and gives a location on the map. Next, we have computer vision. It basically acts as eyes of the vehicles. It uses machine learning and deep learning to detect roads, obstacles, traffic lights, etc. Next is motion planning. This subsystem works on the inputs of localization and computer vision. It provides a feasible trajectory for the car to reach the immediate goal and the ultimately desired location. Then we have controls. This subsystem controls the motion parameters of the vehicle. It ensures that the car follows the particular path and reaches the end goal. Coming to mechatronic subsystem, it is the mechanical and electronics part of the team. It works on hardware implementation. Finally, we have decision making subsystem which executes mission planning. It acts as the brain of the vehicle, helps the vehicle in taking decisions like lane changing, braking, etc. So all these 6 subsystems work in synergy to make a vehicle run autonomously. Next.
Yeah, thank you, Adya, for the presentation. Okay, so like now you guys have an idea of what are the major projects that are going in the Unmesh Mashwala Innovation Cell. So as you see, like the main aim of UMIC is like to promote autonomy both on ground and on the air. So when you join the team, you will be working in one of these two projects. And the other thing about if you join our team is that you get to participate in a lot of competitions. So like both of these projects, you will be doing the work separately, but if like some other robotics competitions come up and the team decides to participate, you get a chance to like learn other things as well and participate in one of the biggest robotic competitions in the world that we have been doing over the years. And in UMIC, like obviously, like you will be working on one of the most cutting edge technology in the world, like which in the scale of this is very close to the industry. And we try to incorporate everything as close to the as close to the technological standards as well, even exceeding them in some aspects. So if you join the team, it is a complete package of learning, research, implementation, and fun with all the members as well. So you get a chance to if you join the team, if you get a chance to become part of this history that has been going on and is being carried forward in the institute. So it is an experience like very worthwhile, and you will like what is there not to like, right? So it'll be a very fun experience, a great learning experience if you become part of us. And yeah, as you might have heard in other tech orientations also, there are absolutely no prerequisites to joining the team. We just look for enthu and curiosity. So yes, if you have those two things, then yes, please do apply, give your best in the assignments, and yeah, then we guys can talk if you're in the team. So I'll end the orientation now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I see some questions in the chat box. If they're not answered, please raise a hand, and yeah, please raise a hand, and yeah, yeah, Sai Pradeep, yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Sai. Sorry.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, like what are the exact prerequisites do we have to like join this?
So as I just now said, like there are no prerequisites. You don't need to have any technical knowledge. We will be floating out an assignment that you guys have to attempt within 2 or 3 days. We'll be specifying the deadline for that, and the assignment will be mostly logical or like based on some of the JE stuff, or it might also like contain questions that are a little bit research based. So you'll have to Google stuff. Everybody does that, and we promote that. We want you to do that on your own and learn things and then implement it in the assignment. So that is what we are looking for. There are no hard prerequisites or any tech knowledge that you need to have to join our team. Only like give your best in the assignment, and you have to have that curiosity.
Okay,
Yeah. Does that answer your
yeah.
question?
Then about like about Aero subdivision, we were talking about a part where we are working on machine learning in Aero. What kind of work will be doing in that? Machine learning in Aero.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Bala, would you like to answer because he is from the Aero machine learning subsystem? Would you like to answer that in brief?
If you had followed the orientation, you would have seen the drone detecting object detection stuff, right? So that is one of the tasks which we have. We use YOLO model, if you ever know about it, to actually do the object detection, and then we implement it on the onboard computer in order to, because it needs to be real time, right? On the drone, all computation must be done inside the drone. So we both take care of actually building the models. If you know a little bit of ML, it's both about building the models as well as deploying the models in real time, so that to help the give information to other subsystems as well. Other kinds of tasks also we do. For instance, we help with we work in tandem with other subsystems and implement ML protocol, I mean ML techniques and stuff to improve results in others also. For instance, right now we are working with the localization to improve the 3D mapping technology, I mean 3D mapping, which is done using SLAM. So I mean, this might be too technical, but this is the kind of work which we do over here, and it is really exciting. Both software side, the model making, as well as the hardware side, where you actually implement it, deploy the model, and see the model in action. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Bala. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Also, like, if you join, I see some questions about the subsystem and team. So, like, now at this point, you don't need to specify your subsystem that you want to work in or anything like that. We understand that you guys are freshmen, you don't have any technical background. So, yes, we'll go through this process and you'll be given quite a lot of freedom to choose from the subsystems and the project as well. So, yeah. Any other questions? I see two hands raised.
So, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when will you circulate the assignment?
Yeah, so the assignment will be circulated today or tomorrow, like latest by tomorrow and released by at least till tomorrow. We'll be circulating the assignment and we'll give you guys a deadline of like 2 3 days. So don't worry, like we'll be circulating it soon enough.
And do we need to work in teams or is it an individual?
No. Individual submissions.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yeah, Dave, you want to say something? Let me go through some of the questions in the chat box.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi,
Uh,
Arhan.
so it's just open to PG students as well, right? The freshers.
PG freshers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is this
Uh,
only for UG?
we'll be specifying this in the mail when we send out the assignment. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this recruitment is planned only for the UG freshers for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Aditya is asking how many hours a week will we be working approximately? Uh, so okay, how many hours do you think, Aditya, you will be working if you become part of a tech team? Aditya, no response. Okay. Uh, okay, so this is a highly subjective question, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah, like a good amount of time commitment will be required if you become part of the team, and that is something you learn when you work in the team as well. How to manage your time to give to equally weight your academics and other stuff as well. Yeah, uh, I see one more hand raised. Go ahead with your question if you haven't typed it in the chat box.
Guys, you can unmute and ask your questions. He
Yeah.
might not be able to see your hands.
Okay. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, my question is, are we going to have separate assignments for Aerov and Cedrica, or will we be needing to solve only one assignment?
No, you'll have a common assignment for UMIC. So
Okay.
deciding the project and the subsystems will be at later stage of the selection procedure. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more question, guys? Like, go ahead. Like, don't feel shy to ask any questions regarding the team or anything in general, like what you saw in the presentation.
Shubham, there's one question regarding restrictions on second year internships.
Okay. Is there some restriction about the second internship? Uh, this is okay. So I'll address this. Like, we guys work. We guys generally don't promote secondary internships, but yes, this is also highly subjective to your needs and wants. So yeah, thinking about that at this stage is, I don't think, really helpful. So anybody else? Any questions? If not, like we have created 4 breakout rooms for you guys to interact with the current team members. uh, you guys can like ask about any